Are you just sick of the daily grind? Do you have that little voice in the back of your head telling you there has to be a better way to do this whole work thing? Well, you're about to see a really powerful alternative. This is all about how to break free from that 9-to-5 trap for good. You know this feeling, right? It's Sunday night, the weekend's almost over, and then boom, that kind of sick feeling starts building up in your stomach. It's the Monday morning dread. If you know exactly what I'm talking about, then you are in the right place. And that feeling, it almost always leads to this one thought. Usually when you're lying awake at night just staring at the ceiling, there's got to be more to life than this. And you know what? If you've ever felt that, you're absolutely right. And you are not alone. So, how did so many of us end up feeling this way? Let's unpack what we're calling the 9-to-5 trap. We're going to look at how we got stuck here in the first place and why all the old rules about work are just broken. I mean, just look at this contrast. Think about our grandparents' generation. The deal is pretty simple, right? You give a company 40 years of your life, they give you a gold watch and a pension. The company basically took care of you. But today, that world is completely gone. We're living in the layoff era. Company loyalty is pretty much dead. Pensions are almost a myth. You're on your own. This really lays out the broken deal perfectly. It used to be that your loyalty was rewarded. Now staying in one place too long can actually hurt you. Pensions have been swapped out for a 401k with a, let's be honest, pretty tiny match. And that predictable career ladder, it's been replaced with just constant uncertainty. The whole game has changed. And this new reality, it's got a name and it's brutally accurate. The hamster wheel of mediocrity. It's that feeling of running faster and faster at your job. More stress, longer hours, but you're not actually getting anywhere. You're working harder than ever, but your life isn't really moving forward. But hey, this isn't just about feeling unfulfilled. There's a fundamental mathematical flaw baked into almost every single traditional job, and it all comes down to the simple fact that you're selling your time. So there are really only two ways people earn money. Most of us are over here on the left side. We trade our hours for dollars. The massive problem with that, there are only 24 hours in a day. You are literally capped by the clock. But the wealthy, they do it differently. They build systems, assets that make money for them. Even while they're sleeping, their money is working for them. And when you truly understand that, when you realize you've been taught your whole life to just accept this capped system is the way things are, there's really only one appropriate response. It's a total rejection of the idea that this is the only path. Okay? So that rejection, that's what opens the door to something new. Let's pivot away from the problem and start talking about the solution. It's called the SaaSpreneur model, and honestly, it is a total game changer. So what on earth is a SaaSpreneur? I know it sounds kind of techy and complicated, but I promise you it's actually beautiful in its simplicity. You are not building any software. You're just using powerful software that already exists to help local businesses solve their number one problem, getting more customers. And for delivering those results, they pay you a recurring fee every single month. This whole thing really just boils down to these 3 simple steps. Okay, step 1, you find and use some great existing all-in-one software. Step 2, you use it to help a local business. Think about your local plumber or pizza shop getting more customers. And step 3, you collect a monthly fee for making that happen. It's a system, a repeatable system, not just a one-off project. Okay, now you're probably thinking, alright, but let's talk about the money. How much can I really make with this? Well, let's start with a kind of magic number. It's a totally achievable goal that can make a huge change in your life. $497 per month per client. Now, I know what you're thinking. That doesn't exactly sound like I'm quitting my job tomorrow money, and you're right. But hold on. The real power isn't in that number by itself. It's in how it grows. Let's just look at the math here, because this is where it gets exciting. Just one client at $497 a month. That's almost $6,000 a year. That's probably way more than your last raise right now. What if you get 5 clients? You're at almost $30,000 a year. And with just 10 clients, you're bringing in nearly $60,000 in annual recurring revenue. You see how fast that small number starts to become life-changing? So, why is this specific model so powerful, especially for someone who's really trying to escape that 9-to-5 grind? Well, it's because it has some seriously powerful advantages just built right into its DNA. Let's just run through these real quick. First, recurring revenue. This is the bedrock. You do the work once, you get paid over and over. Second, it's scalable. You're not trading hours for dollars anymore. Third, the margins are insane. There's no inventory, no shipping, almost no overhead. Fourth, it's basically recession-proof. Why? Because businesses always need more customers. Whether the economy is good or bad, And finally, my favorite, you can do this from anywhere. Your kitchen table, a coffee shop, a beach, you are location independent. And here's the real secret about your potential customers. They are everywhere you look, but so many of them are still using old, outdated ways to market themselves if they're doing any marketing at all. They are literally sitting on a gold mine of potential customers and they just need someone to come in with the right tools to help them dig it up. The big takeaway here is that this is not some abstract far-off idea. Just think about the businesses you drive by every single day, the dentist, the gym, that restaurant on the corner. What about that plumber whose van is always parked down the street? What if you could actually genuinely help him get more business? And what if he became your very first client, the one that started you on this brand new path? What would that one change mean for you? Here's the thing. I remember what it was like to be broke, desperate, and skeptical of every opportunity that came my way. I remember having $237 in my bank account and wondering if I'd ever escape that cubicle prison. That's why I'm going to make you an offer that removes every possible excuse you might have. I'm going to give you a free mini business ebook that elaborates on all the things I know about how you can start helping local businesses. Yes, and I update it regularly. I'm going to let you test drive my entire business in a box system for 30 days completely free. Not a trial where you get some watered down version. Not a preview where you only see part of the system. I'm talking about full access to everything. Every training module, every template, every script, the complete software setup, live support, the works. For 30 days, you get everything as if you've already paid the full amount. Why am I doing this? Simple. I want to remove every possible excuse. I know you're probably thinking, what if this doesn't work for me? What if I'm not cut out for this? What if I waste my money? With a full 30-day trial, those concerns disappear. Click the orange button below that says Get Instant Access and pay $0 for 30 days.